So, welcome to the Thought Addicts podcast. If you're new to the show, once again, I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Deneva.
Alright, so let's get started.
For sure. Today we are here with a special guest. Can you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Well, my name is Gerald B. Son. That's my name. But Instagram, everybody know me, GPlanz. I do blogging. And my brand is Chang of Planz. If you haven't seen it, it's everywhere. Just type in Chang of Planz with a Z. You can find it Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Only thing, I don't have a TikTok yet, but I might make it.
It's coming.
Initially, I was like, man, I ain't, like, that's too much TikTok.
Right?
Are you going to do the moves too? Are you going to do the dance?
No, but I know a lot of kids. I might just use them. Like, y'all just grow this TikTok.
Yeah.
So, that's for
business. You got to use their resources.
That's pretty smart. So, talking about the kids and talking about your community, what inspires you?
Man, everything. Like, I'm a people's person. I go off energy. I like seeing people happy and keep going. I lost a lot in my life. Like, I don't want to go too deep, but like years ago, my mom passed away. Years later, I lost a brother. You know, he had a car accident. I lost an uncle. I lost a grandpa. I know this happened when my mom died years ago, but I lost my uncle, my brother, my grandpa in one summer, 2011. Wow. And these were like good dudes in my life, and they just like, man, life's short. I appreciate life. Just keep going. I learned that early.
Right.
And, hey.
So that happened all in 2011. Had you already started Chang of Planz? Or?
No, I didn't start Chang of Planz, but in 2010, see, my grandfather was a photographer. He was a photographer. He was a teacher, and he always had cameras. I still got his cameras, and before he died, we did an interview. I had a camera. Well, I had an old phone, and we went to IHOP. We was in Shreveport, and we was sitting way in the back, and he was complaining. He was like, this IHOP empty, and they got us way in the back. Why didn't nobody know what you talking about? But he an older guy, and he
right. Yeah. So his mentality was like, wait.
Yeah.
So back wasn't good.
He was talking. And I just turned on my phone and just started talking to him. This was 2010. And I turned my phone on, did an interview with him, and saved it. Never put it out. When he died in 2011, that's when I put it out.
Yeah.
I put it out, and I was like, man, I'm about to start. I'm going to take this stuff. I'm going to do something. What I'm going to do? Then I was still in college. And I started taking pictures. I started getting into the camera stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Graduated college December 12th. In 2012, landed a job. So I got a job. I started learning about like real estate and stuff like that. But I still had a love for the camera. And I'm like, man, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something else. Like, this can't be it. I'm like, all right, bet. Everybody call me GPlanz, so I was like, man, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start interviewing people and getting stuff like that. I done it before. You know what I'm saying? Now I can just take stuff serious. I already know the game. I've been in college. I know about social media marketing and stuff like that. Yeah. Let me do it. Boom. So
it was almost natural. Like,
it was natural.
You interviewed your grandfather, which you took much pride in that.
I did.
And then so your grandfather pretty much like led you to this path that now you're on.
I ain't gonna say he led me, but he put it there. And see, when he died, I was like, man, he gave me the key. I had a camera. Like, he had a camera in the box, like damn the brand new ass camera. He's like, man, I'm about to start taking pictures and just start doing stuff. And see, at the time, like Chang of Planz didn't launch until 16, but before that, in 15, like I bought the name. I had to teach myself about blogging, what it's about. I had to read up on stuff. I had to go buy the name, make sure the name was legal and wasn't taken and all that.
Right.
So I bought that I bought that in July 15. I'm backing up. 14 is when I came up with the idea that I was going to start it, but I didn't know how I was going to go about it. So I just wrote it down. I didn't just, I'm going to do this. It wasn't fast. It was just a process.
It was a process. Right. So when you wrote it down, did it become real? Because I know a lot of people say write stuff down and it becomes real. How did it feel for you the first time you wrote it down?
Oh man, I was writing about music. I was always into music, always. Like the little DJs were on campus. If I had some music and they was doing frat parties and stuff like that, I send the DJ a DM, or like an email, or I know about this song, so I was always into it like that. And then like at first it took me a long time to find a name where I was gonna call it. I didn't know because everything just seemed so like fake. Like I was like, I didn't know what I was gonna call it. And then like, let me see, you was about to ask me about the name.
Yeah, so where the name GPlanz come from?
Well, GPlanz, this is how it happened, man. I'm gonna tell y'all how it happened. I was in school. Happened was I was in school. I somewhat came up with it myself, but I got a homeboy who's from Rain, Louisiana.
Yeah.
He was like, G, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you gonna do something different. Because at school, I don't know if you remember TC and them had the NSU Exposed.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's our Twitter page, yeah.
Man, NSU Exposed.
Every school had them.
Yeah, and I was like, man, because I was on there one day, they had shot me or some shit. But anyways, I was like, man, GPlanz, I was like, I'm gonna come up with this name. Me and my partner was talking about it. He was like, you gonna do that yourself? I'm like, yeah, why not? And then like, I had wanted to do like a fresh day, like you know how some schools had like Pretty Wednesday, like Calvin.
Okay,
so like I was like, man, I'm gonna do a little contest like that, and then I'm gonna just put the name GPlanz presents this. I'm like, shit, okay. So when I had got to work, I was washing dishes at a at a restaurant called Trail Boss, like a steakhouse. Okay. It's like a knockoff Texas Roadhouse type shit.
Yeah, it's probably better. Knockoff places are better.
That's the truth. It was a Saturday when I came up with this the nickname, and I told my homeboy about it, saying you just go with it. So I said, man, I'm starting calling myself GPlanz. This was like 08 though. This was before I was like.
What year did you graduate high school?
2008. It was like the summer, like right after summer. Like, okay. You know what I'm saying? So, and after that, it just stuck. Like it just stuck. Like, GPlanz, it just stuck.
That's awesome.
Through time, start meeting people. You know, I always tell my name is Gerald, but other people, they'll just start calling my nickname. It's like they'll say
it's just natural. So we see where your name came from.
Yes.
We got your inspiration.
Yes.
Now let's get to the work. What does your work say about you? Like the product that you put out there.
Well, right now, I'm gonna have physical products soon. I'm just waiting on the trademark. When you trademark a name, you get by attorney or whatever, depends on what you're doing, they gotta put it through a system. And it's been going through a system for like almost a year as far as the trademark.
Oh, wow.
But I got the LLC and I own the URL name, the domain name. I own it. So right now it's just content, music content, creative content. That's what we're doing now, creative content. But soon after my trademark stuff come through, I'm gonna be trademarked. It's gonna be Chang of Planz music. It's gonna be Chang of Planz accessories, apparel. So
right. So right now you just say you're putting out content.
Yes, content.
From a content standpoint, when you go into an interview, what's your mindset and what do you aim to get out of these artists or the people that you're interviewing?
I like to dig deep. Like when you look at like say artists, man, people are infatuated with artists. I want you to know like where this guy come from, where she come from, what is he or she thinking about, what inspires them. If a person is trying to get into the podcast room or the interview room or the rap, whatever, you know, like listen, I can inspire them. I might need to know something, or this person might tell me something that can help me grow along the way. So I try to get all type of stories like to inspire people who want to do whatever they set their mind to, really.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
All right. So you want to be that inspiration, just like you got inspiration out of the world.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
But let me add this. Like I'm from a small town. Like
tell us where you from.
Like Natchitoches, Louisiana.
All right.
Like it's like 30,000 with the college. You don't. There's no skyscrapers. I can't ride down 35 and see Dallas Mavericks.
Right.
It's like rural country. Like I say, only reason why all these different people come to that city is because of college. I went to college and started meeting people, but other than that, it's nothing. It's like hood, like man, it's crazy.
Okay, so did you go to college in your hometown?
Yes,
you went to college. You went to college in your hometown. How do you get influences from like the outside world? Like since you went to college in your hometown, how do you connect to other cities around you?
See, when I first got there, when I got to college, and I started going, when I got to college, I started meeting people from like New Orleans, Dallas, different places. Like, oh, we going to Grambling for the weekend. We going to Monroe, or we going down Lafayette. We just going different places. So I'm like, man, all right, I'm gonna go. Start going there, start meeting people. And then the people that I met, they put me on other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Changed my style. When I was going to college, I had tall tees.
That was the style back then, okay?
When I started meeting people from different places, they just changed everything for me.
Okay, and so in your interviews, what kind of people have you come across, like, to help with the process of your journey? Like, what kind of artists have you reached, and how did they, you touched on it a little bit, but how did they really change your mindset, and how did they set you further in your journey to where you were like, okay, I'm in the right place?
Changed my mindset after talking to them, like seeing what they go through. I'm thinking, because I'm in a small town, thinking this small town mentality, it's like they open my mind to just think bigger or what I can achieve. Like, I'm going to cities, I go to Dallas, I'm in 2-3 million, 3 million in the DFW.
Millions for
sure. You know what I'm saying?
I've
been to New Jersey, I've been to New York, I've been different places I never thought I'd be, just because I decided to pick up a camera and start talking to people. And I'm like, man, I can see how these people think. Like, I didn't talk to teachers who talked about the school system and how different it's just, man, it's amazing. Like, things I never would have thought about. Like, man, like, y'all.
You look back on it.
Y'all really doing this? I don't thought I was going through this. No, this. Mm-mm. So that being said, like, just going different places and opening my mind about how I was thinking. That's something I can say.
Okay, all right, that's what's up. So how else? I guess from like a standpoint, how do you seek out these opportunities? Like, how are you reaching out to different people?
This how I go. Okay. If I'm on Instagram, Twitter, CFI Radio, Facebook, and they may be local to me. New Orleans, Houston, Dallas, that's nothing, 3 hours, 4 hours to get there for me where I'm at. So if I feel like that music is good or their story is good, I'll reach out. If they don't respond, I might know somebody, hey, this and that. And then when people start seeing what you're doing, you stay consistent, they'll reach out to me.
Okay.
I want to get an interview. How can I set up something? All right, let's do it. Boom.
What's your favorite type of person to interview?
Oh, somebody who's open.
Somebody who's
don't mind talking. Because some people, like I was talking earlier about a Chicago artist. Recently, he did some interviews and he talked about how depressed he was and stuff like that. He was a depressed person because, you're in Chicago, been shot at, all that, blah, 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 blah. But I didn't know that, like, as I was interviewing him, I was really getting him to talk. Some people don't talk. I've done interviews, I had to sit there, like, just keep on saying stuff just to make them talk.
Right, prying.
Yeah. So if you're a person, I'm about to do an interview, I'm not going to be in here quiet.
Right.
Let me talk to this guy or whoever. If you open to talk, that's the type of people I like to talk to.
And you have great energy, so I bet like people just like really like open up to you and be like, I'm about to tell this dude everything. Because I mean, just meeting you today, I'm like, hey, you walk into the room, it kind of lights up. So I can imagine being in an interview with you from an artist standpoint and being vulnerable,
Mm-hmm.
and talking to us. So you just spoke on how you talked about an artist being depressed and things.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel depression in the rap community? Because most of the artists you interview are they rappers? So how do you feel like depression goes into that realm? Because I remember NLE Chopper, he just said something about he's gonna kill himself at the end of the year and stuff like that. How do you feel like depression and mental health plays into the rap industry?
It plays a lot. I don't know NLE Chopper, but I was blogging him before he was popping. I was on to him early and stuff like that. I never been to Memphis yet, but I'm going. But it's precious when you get into the music industry. It's a different beast. Now I haven't tapped all the way in yet to really say I've experienced that, but he's speaking from a different perspective. He has the money. He'd probably be going through something. I don't know if he's doing it for clout or I don't know why. I don't know. But where I'm at in Louisiana is they living bad. They living rough. And you go to New Orleans, Baton Rouge, and you go into these hoods, not the gated community. I'm talking about the hoods. Well, the hoods across America, they going through it.
Right.
People dying, shootouts, you know what I'm saying? All type of stuff. Like poverty. Man, you got governmental entities controlling certain areas. They can't get certain resources.
Yeah.
Man, it's deep.
Speaking on that, I'm just going to kind of plug this. I just read an article about how charter schools and how the government even like hides where charter schools spend their money.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, being in poverty, having a lack of education, or having a lack of an access to an education, a good education, you know, I imagine can be difficult.
It can.
So you get that first-hand knowledge with the rappers places, but some of them are. So you get a good look at how it affects them mentally. So.
But the school system is flawed.
I'm a teacher, by the way, and I will tell you it is indeed flawed.
Teacher be a worker.
Yeah, we don't always teach what we should be teaching for life success. But that's for another podcast. Let's see. What are your goals? What are your goals?
My goals just to grow this brand and be big as I can be and expand.
The sky's the limit?
Oh man, real estate, like I mentioned in the interview I did like a few weeks ago. I was talking to a guy about getting ATMs, waiting on my trademarks so I can get my clothing, like I say, just fashion, just everything. If somebody come to me with an idea, I want to get in tech, or man, I'm open to anything. Don't limit yourself with this. Y'all do not.
No limits, absolutely. Mm-hmm. All right, so as a journalist, how do you keep in contact with the community from which you represent?
Oh, this is how I do it, okay. You guys, I still work. So some people start rapping or start getting into media, and some of them like, I'm get a little social media popularity and think I'm just gonna do this. I'm not going to work, or I feel played to work. No, I have a career job. And see, I'm a tax assessor in my community. What I mean by that, I deal with property taxes for new houses being built, commercial property, residential mobile homes. You gotta come see me after you file your permit, of course. And see, I'm a public servant. People always need help, stuff like that. So that's how I stick with the community.
That's how you stick to it.
Yeah.
Do you do community service?
Oh yeah, I do community service through my brand, Chang of Planz. Every year I do haircuts for the kids. So.
Love it. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So when would you say would be your hardest time kind of like managing Change of Planz and also having a career?
Well, I wouldn't say it's hard. Once you get a routine and get a pattern and you stick with it, things work.
Yeah.
Things work. The only thing you gotta do is like you gotta adjust when something don't go right.
Yeah, so how do you find like your balance between the two?
Since I don't have kids, I just like, all right, I got a scheduled time. I know I'm gonna get up this time. I know a post will get out this time. Getting up in the morning, getting ready for work. This post going out at 7:30. You gonna wait another post going out at 9. Like just having things scheduled.
Right,
that's all
okay.
it is.
Right. Yeah, so time management. So
that's what it is.
Yeah, best friend. Yeah. Okay, so I mean, I know that. So when you're going out of town and you're scheduling these interviews or whatever, what's the number one thing you look for when you go into a city?
Sometimes I don't even know.
You don't?
I'm just going by faith. But most of the city I go to, I have people there. I got a cousin, or I got a college person I went to college. I know somebody. Unless I'm going like up north. Well, I know people up north. I definitely know some people everywhere I go. I know somebody, or I try to, and then it's like unknown because like I'm not big yet. Like when you get up there, certain people they gonna respect you.
Yeah.
So they gonna make sure, all right, this is such and such, so I'm gonna be there. When you a nobody or somebody think you're a nobody, you just don't know what's gonna happen.
Okay. So when you're interviewing artists, like are they just thinking like you just want to interview them? Like what role are you trying to play like within the?
Oh, they ask before we get there. What type of interview you trying to do? I said I want to just talk about you and your life. We're gonna talk about your music. We're gonna talk about your upbringing. Oh yeah, okay. Boom. Well, send me some of your recent interviews. All right, boom. I'm like, all right, bet. When you get in, let's do it. This is all it is, you know. Then sometimes you get there, all right, I'm late, or this. That's the other stuff.
Yeah. So the I don't show ups?
No. That happened before too.
So how do you keep everything accurate, up to date? How do you do that?
Hey, well, you can put it like this: when you doing blogging, you follow other blogs, and then you pay attention what, like as your personal, see what they talking about. It's always gonna be like, it's like the street talk. When you online, it's like open street talk. Everybody talking about the current thing.
Yeah, right. Okay.
You know.
All right. So when did you know you had something and you were like, this is good?
When I knew I had something. When other people started talking about it, so man, I watched your interview. I'm like, what you talking about? This interview? Oh, I'm like, man, I appreciate it. I remember, man, I was in Austin, Texas last year. I was supposed to go this year, but y'all know what happened.
Oh, South by Southwest?
Corona happened to all of us.
I'm walking down 6th Street, and they got this other guy, I forgot his name, but he has some type of blog. He running in Lafayette. Older guy, he had like 35, probably older than this. And man, I had my little shirt on, my Chang of Planz shirt on. I don't got it now, but oh, you Chang of Planz. I said, what you talking about? I'm like, yeah, man, I be watching all your interviews. I'm like, wow, it never happened to me before. But little stuff like that, that's when you know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, that's pretty dope though. Like just to kind of, see that expansion. Like you're not even from Texas, you're out here, you know what I'm saying? But especially to go to a big event like that and be noticed by somebody, that's pretty dope. So how do you think that, because you said you kind of started like GPlanz and Change of Planz, back when social media wasn't as popping as it was now, like how has your growth been from back then to now, as far as like social media growing and everybody's on social media? That's like the wave right now. Like how would you say your interaction with it has been?
I ain't gonna say, I'm gonna say I got the best of both worlds, because back then when social media wasn't popping, I was a social person. I talk to everybody. If I walk in Vic's, I dap everybody's hand in there.
Yeah.
I talk to everybody. See, social media, people, they think they so big just because you got 20, 30,000 followers. You might see somebody y'all might not talk. Y'all talk all day on social media, but you won't go talk to that person. Y'all see them. Me, I see you, I talk to you, whatever. You see, with these new kids, they not social inclined, though. I don't know if I'm saying this correctly. They not in tune. They just know, all they know is social media. Yeah. That's all they know about social media cloud.
Well, it's probably the distance too, right? If I'm talking to you over the internet, I can't feel your energy. I can't look in your eyes. I can't get those interactions, So the kids today are probably different because they are just communicating for a large part over social media.
But in the same, in the same city though, it'd be some people in the same city do the same thing. Look,
but that's what I'm saying. Like even if you are from the same city, like you could still like follow somebody who lives in Dallas and you've never really seen them, but you interact with them on social media, and then you see them, you look them in the eyes, and it's like a different kind of vibe. It's a different energy.
That too. But some people sometimes that pride, man, ain't talking to them. They might think they such. I ain't talking to them.
Yeah.
Like what, man? What's up? Some people would not go up to somebody because they feel like I'm dick riding. It's like you dick riding that person, or like nah. And it's social media.
Yeah, that's definitely social, especially with the kids coming up today. Like that's a big thing. Yeah. Like they see somebody on TikTok with 2 million followers and will not go speak to them. Oh my God, that's so and so from TikTok. I'm like, these are just normal kids, just like you.
I actually had a social media. I guess she had like 150,000 followers. She was in my class. Like she transferred to the school that I was at, and all the kids were like, "Do you know who she is?" And I was like, "No." Am I supposed to? And they were like, she's this and this and that. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, she's just my student. And that's all she's going to be. You know what I mean? Like, so it is, but all the kids are like following her around. Like the whole school year. It was so funny to watch to me because I'm like, she's like after being, being her teacher and actually having these conversations with her, I'm like, she is just like a normal kid. Like while all of y'all are trying to make her feel either positive or negative, like she's just normal, and that's all she really wants, and nobody, like people tend to look past that.
Yeah.
How have you grown as a person through this process?
Man, I grew a lot. being my patience. That's my patience, humbleness too. Let me tell you something. You could be in this blog world, music world. You got your ups and downs. Person can be up. I'm hot right now, and you can go down. When you losing an Instagram page, will humble you. Like real. Like.
What do you mean losing an Instagram?
Like you ever had your Instagram page deleted before?
No.
Like this is our second. Like our page right now currently is like about 25K.
Okay.
But before then it was like 23K, and they disabled it. So this is the second page, and that was like almost 3 years ago. Well, almost 3 years ago. Now, if initially Chang of Planz original page was still up, I'd probably have like 300,000-400,000 followers on it. But you could think you hot shit, man, I got this going on, yeah. But you lose something like that. Like even like you don't own Instagram, but social media platforms are big. They the reason why a lot of stuff thriving.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be like, man, anything can happen.
Can you tell us how I got deleted?
Basically, copyrights. The first page,
okay.
Copyrights, stuff like that. Like when you sharing like Kendrick Lamar music, who's for this label, Chris Brown, any of these artists' music who's copyrighted, and you just share it, they'll flag it.
Yeah. And you don't get any rebuttal? Like, wait, hold up.
Yeah, they'll tell you. They'll tell you like, oh, this is a warning, or such. You don't have the right to share this, or a claim has been filed and stuff like that. But you don't like when you do it a couple times. Like, oh, like I'm just sharing music. I ain't selling it or nothing like that.
Yeah.
If you don't pay attention to that, fights and stuff like that, they'll flag it. That's the first one. This one got shit down, but I got it back because I knew some people.
So what would you say was your biggest blog or video interview that you put out that was...
Ooh, that did something.
Yeah.
That I ain't gonna say my biggest, but it had this artist from Shreveport named Ratchet Life, R.I.P. Ratchet Life. He was starting to blow. He was like, it happened.
So, what's your next move?
My next move? Now, I'm struggling my shoulders, but like, I was talking to my homeboy, the real estate stuff, like, that's the next thing. Learning about all these different methods of getting into it. What I found out, like, you don't need a real estate license to get involved in real estate.
Yeah.
You just really need capital and the right person to invest in. Like you can find your realtor, or you can do stuff yourself. Like you got subject to properties, wholesaling, stuff like that. I ain't about to get too deep, but that's the information I have discovered while reading up on it. So that's the next thing for sure, because this music stuff, it's not how I want to say it. It's not
your final destination.
You know, there's always gonna be a love for it. Always. It's never gonna go nowhere. It's always gonna be content for music, but it's like it's nothing. It's an artist coming out every album.
Right. And just like Jay-Z always talks about now, you know, how you should be investing.
Yes.
You know, how you should be buying things that their value only increases over time. Mm-hmm. So
like pictures, like what he buy. Picasso's, I think they call it. Yeah, you can. That's a lucrative business. You can buy a paint for $40,000-$50,000 in the next 2-3 years. It might be worth $1 million, something like that. Like all type of different business ventures. The stocks going crazy right now, and going down, going up. But when they go down, you can invest in these companies. Who owns TikTok?
Right, you can invest in. I think it was like American Airlines for like $16.
Yeah.
On Stockpile right now, you can buy some stock in American Airlines.
Yeah.
Or a bunch of different places and get Stockpile.
I got Stockpile and Robinhood.
Robinhood? I have Acorns.
Acorns cool too. They like if you buy like a $1.50 something, the extra 50 cent a go into
yeah.
I know about Acorns. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess we'll go ahead and did you have any more questions?
No, I think we pretty much covered a lot. Got a lot of information from GPlanz. Mm-hmm. Got where you're from, Natchitoches, Louisiana. Yeah. Where you plan on going with Chang of Planz, how you got there, different opportunities, and he definitely plans on getting into real estate. Yeah. So this might be a man here in the future. How you've grown, how social media has impacted your we gonna call it a legacy.
Yeah.
I like that. We gonna call it a legacy because you have a lot of great things going on. So now we kind of at the end of each show we always do the fast 5 questions. So I'm gonna let Denise go ahead and take you over with those.
All right, you ready?
Fast 5.
Fast 5. You gotta answer them. Whatever comes to mind, just go ahead and answer them. It's nothing too crazy. All right.
Okay. Cool.
Who's your number 1 inspiration?
My grandfather.
Grandfather. All right. 106 in Park is rebooting. Who's the first guest you want on your show?
First guest. First guest. His from the street.
His from the street?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 10 years from now, where's Chang of Planz?
Everywhere. Well, international.
Okay. All right. Dream date.
Dream date. Man, let me tell you something. It got this girl on Event video. Well, no, not Event video.
Kiki Shepherd?
No, not Event. Not Event video. No, this mystical video. Shake your ass. It was this dark chick. I forgot her name. When I was young, I saw the video. I had a dream about the girl. I remember I had a dream about the girl. And if I ain't about to go to the video.
Your first.
Well, I do a day with her.
All right. So the most spontaneous thing you've ever done?
Oh, most spontaneous. Man, I got up. Man, I feel like going. I was like saying, when I went to Jersey, I booked the flight like a week. Just remember, I just go. I want to go up there and see what they got going on. I'm off, and I just went up there.
All right. Favorite outfit to put on?
Oh, favorite outfit. A nice snapback hat. Some nice. I got a fresh pair of Air Force Ones I ain't never put on.
Are they white?
Yeah, white. You can lick the bottom if you want. Yeah. A nice jacket. Well, it's a jean jacket. Regular shirt. It's my favorite outfit. Nice shoes. Air Force Ones, preferably. Nice hat, jacket. Cool.
All right. Well, we appreciate you for doing the Fast 5, and we definitely appreciate you and your awesome energy because your energy was off the chart. Amazing. Definitely. Please watch all of his interviews.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
I'm sure they're great. They are great. I know it. Yes, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
And we are Thought Addicts.
Yeah, those, I like that.